Feed me. Feed me more. Feed me more. Feed me more. Feed me more. The Ryback Show starts now. Welcome to the Ryback Show. I'm your host, the big guy, Ryback. Happy Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. We are streaming live on TikTok and Instagram, the big guy, Ryback22. Thank you guys to everybody joining in on those platforms. We are live on Ryback TV, on YouTube, the People's Podcast. Super chats are greatly appreciated and brought up on the screen, guys. With that, health, fitness, supplementation, sports, pro wrestling, MMA, and anything and everything in between. We are live on Twitch at Ryback Rules and X Twitter at Ryback's, X Spaces at Ryback on Twitter. Here where you guys can call in, guys. Anything here, any questions, concerns, statements that you may have, this is the show to call in. The show's available on all podcast platforms. iTunes reviews are greatly appreciated. Guys, if you've got a minute to go leave an iTunes review and a star rating and write a review, it really helps us out on the audio platforms on there. Thank you very much. This show is brought to you by Feed Me More Nutrition, my premium supplement line sweetened with stevia and monk fruit. No harmful artificial sweeteners or colors for all people, men and women, he, she, and thee. FeedMeMore.com. I've got all the Ryback merch available on there as well, guys. Drinkware, workout accessories, and the best supplements on the planet. Also, I've got my Ryback Pepper Slam Chug Challenge, guys, available on leagueoffire.com. We are putting that trademark to use. Leagueoffire.com to test your mental toughness. Do you think you can handle the heat? Do you think you can handle the heat? Right here, Ryback Pepper Slam Chug Challenge, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I have signed the deal with the Zombie Sailor Toys. If you want to follow him on IG, Zombie Sailor Toys, he's been doing a lot of the old retro, old school WWF type action figures. And we've signed a deal to do the Ryback debut singlet, the Machine Terminator singlet that we never got done in WWE. We are going to be doing a limited edition of 1,500 of those. I will be announcing the pre-sale date when we get that finalized, but it should be in the next 4 to 5 weeks in that time period where it will be available for pre-sale. And we anticipate those going very fast. And they do very, very good work. And you can see their work at Zombie Sailor Toys over on IG. So give them a follow and you can keep up to date on the newest Ryback action figures. We're probably going to be doing many action figures over the coming years with everything. As I now own my name and likeness, and I can do deals like this on my own, no matter where else I go, so, or whatever I do. So thank you guys. Get back some of that trademark money now. God knows it cost enough to get that back. Drinking my Finish It branched chain amino acid electrolyte mix. Also, I should have mentioned to you guys on feedmemore.com, you still get the free shaker bottle and the tub of our Finish It BCAA electrolyte matrix raspberry lemonade. That's what I'm drinking right here. 30 servings, guys. That's a $64.99 value free, just for buying the best supplements on the planet or the coolest Ryback merch. Let's see here. Good to see all of you guys. I'm taking a look at a few of the comments here. We talked about The Rock on yesterday's show. Guys, we're here Monday through Friday. You got to keep up to date. You got to go back and listen to the audio if you want to know my thoughts on The Rock. We're not gonna talk about the same things over and over here. Appreciate all the love and support on TikTok, guys. Hit those like buttons. Keep sharing that. Let's get that show distributed out if we can. Hit those likes. Get those likes up, guys. Rybackers. Thank you for the gifts over new gift, Rosa. Thank you. Keep the roses a coming on TikTok. With that, greatly appreciated, guys. With that, I did my first TikTok battle yesterday with the beautiful Luna and Luna Bay on TikTok and all platforms. I highly suggest you go follow her. I think you guys will all be thanking me for that. She broke me in on the battling scene. She is a veteran on TikTok in the battles, and we actually defeated her on. She beat me 4 games. I beat her 1 on the battle, but the one time I did beat her, it was decisively on it. She doesn't get beat all that often like that. She is, and you'll know why if you go take a look. So the fact the Rybackers United will be going on live tonight on TikTok too. Rybackers came in strong, and I thank you guys for that. But we're going to be battling other people. We'll see what other celebrities are on there, and we'll see how strong Team Ryback is, those Rybackers, as we go up and do the battles. I've got a lot of friends. I have a lot of lovely friends I think you guys are going to enjoy seeing interactions with on there, with the old TikTok. What are my thoughts on Kevin Nash trashing LA Knight? He's working all of you guys beautifully. Kev still has it. I love it. He's just cutting promos on it, and everything he says is true. It's his opinion on it too. Like, but he's stating like he is a 2-time Hall of Famer with it. There are a lot of similarities with other people with it. The guy's doing great though with it. Why wouldn't he cut promos on that? He's got his show. He's going to get more attention. He's just working all of you with it. I think it's beautiful. But if even if he wasn't working, I just think he's, I like Kevin. He's not like a guy that's never done it. He's as legitimate as they come. And he had an absolutely outstanding career. Many accomplishments, an accomplished actor. Like the guy, he is in that conversation of like what would having a successful pro wrestling career. He's in that conversation of the most successful pro wrestling careers. Easy with it. He's done a good amount of movies and gigs with that too, before The Rock and them, and without the WWE machine behind him or anything on that. So made a boatload of money, changed the game money wise, using agents, negotiate the best deals, using Barry Bloom and those guys. I think he's awesome, man. So take a look at some more of these comments here. We'll hop onto the show. You guys, X Spaces at Ryback. Twitter is not distributing. They have my account heavily suppressed, as you guys can see. I think any of you can see if we've got 1.35 million followers, and I have a handful of people in here on X right now. It is beyond frustrating, and I've tried everything I can. Elon and them, I don't know what the deal is on it. It is by far the worst platform. Even the other accounts where they were heavily suppressed, I've gotten much better traction over the last year on IG and even TikTok, and but Twitter will not. It's worse than it's ever been, and it is beyond frustrating. And Chris, I see you in here, buddy. I even emailed that guy 3 emails over, touch base with him twice, 1 week after the other, nothing with it. So these people, I don't have any respect for them, and I think hope they all get what they deserve, because it is beyond frustrating to build all of this up and to have my audience taken away from me, and not to do anything about it. You can't do anything. But I've tried being polite, tried reaching out so many times, nothing. So it's beyond frustrating, to say the least. Yeah, Ryback versus WWE Part 5. I'm going to try to get that done as soon as this show is over and get that up this afternoon. I just had to make sure I wanted where I'm going to start it. I know where I'm starting it, but where I'm going to end it to go into Part 6. So I think I've got that pretty finalized now with that. So that should be going up today on TikTok as well. We've got a troll in here, old Christopher. We'll go ahead and shell shock Christopher out of here. That's how easy that is, guys. Good chance that is a stalker, though. A good chance, not 100% confirmed, but we will know fairly quickly. And oh boy, so much I want to say on that, but we will let him just be surprised. All right, let's take a call here. We've got Dominic Wilson on the line. Welcome to the Ryback Show.
Yo, what's up, man?
Not much. How are you doing?
Doing good. I wanted to ask you, what's your favorite moment in WWE?
When I left.
When you left?
Straight up. I swear to God, St. Louis, when I walked out and I said I was done. I've said that. I've said that multiple times. Like the most liberating, freeing moment ever. I knew I was done. I felt like the scene when what's his name, the actor, the guy though, Tim Robbins, I think his name, when he leaves, breaks out of Shawshank. I felt like I had dug a hole and I snuck out of Shawshank alive.
Oh my God, dude! You saw.
Can you not? Hey, who's that guy in the background? Can you not process that information, or do you understand what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure you're kind of like a wise guy in the back making noises. So I'm just checking.
No, I'm laughing.
All right, I'm making sure.
You saw? I read something about Twitter. They said about to charge the users to use it.
What do you mean? On just how so?
I just read some on Instagram or something saying Elon Musk, he might in the future charge people to just use the platform.
I don't know what's going on. I think he's trying to figure out a way to make money, and I don't think he's figured it out yet. So,
dude, he's ruining the platform because he changed the name of it. And I downloaded. I was looking for Twitter on the App Store. I was like, "Where the heck's Twitter?" Now it's X.
Yeah. It's I don't know what the deal is, man. I don't think anything was wrong with the name. It's worse for me now than it's ever been. So outside of they let me get subscriptions now on here, but it's chunk change. So.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I don't think they have a formula yet. I just don't think, for whatever reason, I know they talked about early on that they didn't know if they were going to have to wipe out all the coding and rebuild everything from scratch. I think that may be a very realistic thing that might need to happen, because I think they can't figure out how to get rid of the restrictive coding that they currently have. And like, I think the old regime has a lot of corrupt things built into the platform that I just don't know if they're fully going to be able to fix, on top of like, because I want to believe that the things that he has said, that he is going to act on them, because he has acted on some, but I feel like they're afraid of getting sued because there's so much like that they're not communicating well on certain things, specifically with my account. But like I just don't know. Like they just don't seem to have. It's not like the other platforms where they don't seem like they don't have good advertising for my business. Like it's not. Yeah. It's like things like that. They are light years behind on, and they still haven't improved since he came on. So I don't know. Like I just think like ad wise, if they were able to have a more efficient ad targeting, like for my supplement company, where we could target people like on the other platforms, that they're going to get so many different businesses with that, but they're not doing that. So. I don't know. I honestly at this point wouldn't be upset if it just shut down entirely.
Yeah. So. With your kind of following, you got like 1.3 million, right?
1.35 million.
Yeah, and I would think more people would be in here and stuff like that. I don't even think like it really gives you like a notification or something.
Well, brother, it only sends the show out to about 1,300 people for the whole show. So of my 1.35 million followers, only about 1,300 people will see that. And with that, we'll get usually 200 to 300 people, maybe 150 to 300 people that listen to it. That's outstanding to get that number. And they still don't push my show out. It's like things like that. And it's stupid. But this is the problem with the corruption on here, and they won't acknowledge it. So it's like, how did I get this following to begin with? I certainly would not have got it by these numbers.
Yeah.
So it's frustrating.
Hey, did you see the Rock return?
I did see it. What'd you think about it?
I honestly didn't expect it, to be honest. But with Austin Theory being a little trickster he is, he deserves it,
Yeah, no, that was good. I thought Rock looked great. Rock looks better now than he ever did.
I know, but you could tell he's getting old though in his facial his face for feature.
Yeah, we all are gonna. I mean, but I still think he looks. I think he looks outstanding. But I've seen him in interviews and stuff. He had his glasses on too, but like when he took them off, of course. I've seen him in other things where he definitely has looked older, but he still looks outstanding. We're all gonna get like he looks young for his age still. I feel like, in comparison to a lot of people.
Do you feel like he's like more jacked? I feel like he's a little more jacked.
He's looking pretty jacked right now. I'd like to see him with the shirt off, see how those abs look, though. He could be a little smooth in the midsection though right now, but his arms are looking freaking jacked.
Yeah.
He's got those Samoan abs though at times. He's never had like the most ripped abs. Even when he's lean, his like abs are not as defined as the other parts on his body, but he's still always like I think he's in good shape right now.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
So,
hell yeah, brother. But nice talking to you, man.
You too. I appreciate it. You have a good one.
Yeah, you too, man.
But good deal. Thank you. Let's get the big sausage on here, guys. Oh, I see the little Peruvian alien in the house. Tom Autry. Shawnee. Big sausage, you're there. Look at this, Elon. They're trying their hardest, their damnedest. They're like, oh, you talk about our platform. We're not going to let Shawnee out. What a coincidence that it always happens to Shawnee, too. Right? Shawnee is going to have to leave, and we have to bring him back on. Elon's hoping that we're going to give up. Never give up. Shawnee.
Bro, what? I swear to God, bro, they don't like me.
It's the man. The man is holding you back.
They know that together we're like Optimus Prime, and they don't want us to get together.
They know that you have enough people that come in. They're like, no, we don't want it. When Shawnee comes on, the numbers go up because the people he knows he's on. So we can't just hold Ryback back. And they're like, we don't have Shawnee suppressed.
Like, come on, bro. Like every time, like almost like 50% of the time that happens to me. I have to leave and then come back in. Like,
I don't get it.
How you doing, bro? How's everything?
Life is good, man. Up early, nice walk with the dogs. Got all the work done in the morning.
I was up all night, big guy. Literally, I didn't go to sleep till 8:20 a.m.
I was up before you went to bed. I was up before 5 today, my time. So I was up. I was literally up and about my day before you went to bed.
Holy shit, man. That's crazy.
Oh.
I was like, I literally set my alarm. Like, I set my alarm for 12:30. Yeah. I set it 3 times, 12:30, 12:35, and 12:40. Wake up for the Ryback show.
Wake up, take another power nap, and then get the day started. Oh, brother.
Oh, man. So I'm catching up on everything coming in. So Hollywood Haley J apparently was at the she tried out for WWE yesterday.
Oh, really?
There was a bunch of names that came out that tried out, and she was one of them. And which is funny, right? Like all of a sudden, she gets that tryout after it airs, right? Like,
yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Hollywood in the house.
Fifth Finley's son, Brogan, was also tried out.
Okay.
And nobody else I really know on there. I think, nobody that you would know.
They should bring Jamie Noble. Should be the one to introduce Hollywood. She's Jamie Noble.
Jamie Noble.
He's her manager. It's his daughter. Jamie Noble is he plays the father of Hollywood.
What is who's that guy? Big guy. He lost his brother from AEW. They're like very hood. Jay Briscoe.
Oh, the Briscoe brothers.
Yeah, the Briscoe brothers. That should be
their valet. The manager with them. Yeah.
Yes.
That
should be the valet. Yeah, that would be cool.
That would have been really cool. Yeah.
But that was sad, man.
I can't.
Was terrible.
It seems just like so many shocking deaths here. Just we've had a lot.
Too many.
Yeah. I was just looking at the Bray in action figure before I start the show, and I've got his Fiend shirt on the chair behind me, And I'm like, Jesus, I go, I don't feel like he's gone. It's crazy because I'm not around him, It just, but it does like, geez, what a
So
week.
there, just so you know, I know you're not like I heard you talking about the figures, but there in the figure world yesterday, Ringside Collectibles came out and said that so Bray Wyatt was supposed to have 2 upcoming figures come out.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, they actually. So they said to give the family privacy. They stopped. They're stopping making the figures, and they're hoping at another time they're going to make them. But I don't know what making the figures. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know what making the figures has to do with like giving the family privacy.
I didn't understand that either when I saw that. Unless they like specifically requested it, and like, but my thing is, why wouldn't they? Because that would just be
it would be a celebration of his life.
Yeah, but they did say they were going to at a later time do it. They did say that it wasn't like this was done forever, but maybe they want to do a specific. Maybe because of what happened and the figures that were going to come out, they're going to just scrap those or just save them for a later date. Like, but do like the next one that comes out is going to be like maybe a really cool something. You know what I mean? Like a really
One of them was an unreleased figure that we were supposed to get earlier in Bray's career, and we never got it. They never came out. So like that, a lot of people were waiting on that one because that I think it's the one with him holding the flash what's that called?
The lantern.
The lantern. Thank you. Yes, the lantern, and it's glow in the dark, which is like crazy. So, like people were waiting on that one, but yeah, I just didn't get it. Like,
because the family would get the money, I would imagine the JoJo and the kid.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So I don't, and I'm sure. I mean, they're fine and everything right now, but still, though, you would. I mean, unless it was just something. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they just think. You know what I think too, because but let's hear me out on this, and because I always just speak truthfully, despite my issues with WWE. It also could be a thing that if they did come out with it, you're going to get the haters that are going to be like, they're just profiting off his name, right? Like
that's true.
Where they just said, let's just let everything, give it a period of time to cool down. And then when they do the next one, it is something, and like they can preface it like the money's going to the family, where it's just kind of diffuses it, where maybe because even though I think it's silly to do that, I can see that being the reason why.
Yeah, people like your brother Mark, like they would be going.
Mark for life will have a TikTok up the moment it's out.
Yeah, he would go nuts.
On Vince's corporate greed. Vince's corporate greed using the Bray Wyatt name. Yeah, Mark, I think already has 3 of those videos made. Actually, he was. Uh-oh. What, you cut out on me there? Sorry, I can hear you now.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, it cut out when you were laughing, though. I thought you said something. I couldn't hear what you said after you were laughing.
Oh, I said then he goes and buys the figures anyway.
Yeah. He actually goes to auctions and bids way more for them. He's way asking over asking price. He's the stalker of the auctions for the figures.
Oh man, Bro. Just can't. Sometimes I just can't. Like, it just blows my mind. The crap that people complain about. Like,
but that's what they do, you know. Yeah, they just go from thing to thing. That's why I just say it's like there's nothing you could do. Like that's why I just say we live in the real world and try to stay happy. And it's just like they're going to constantly. They're always just for any little thing, no matter what it is. But that's what those companies. Like I'm shocked that they would even. But I feel like that, but maybe like a Vince call or something. They're like, just give it time. And then
I understand that, but like I would if it was me personally, I would just like I would want to be celebrated, you know?
Yeah,
like, and it was announced. See, this is the thing, like. This is where like the smarks, like where they get on top of themselves because they'll be like, oh look. Meanwhile, this figure was announced these figures were announced way before he passed away.
It would be really easy just to explain that. Look, these were already planned, and the money is going to the family regardless.
Exactly, and they. And the weird thing, big guy, is they made I don't know if you know So they have a figure. It's called Superstars, and it was like a redone of a figure that was done in the 80s and 90s, right?
Yep.
And it's all legends in this set. So it's like Macho. It's like, and they WWE and Mattel, they made new versions, and they're incredible. And it's all old guys like Scott Hall. All old guys, Ric Flair, Macho, but they did one new guy, and it's a Legends line, mind you. And Bray was that one guy that they did.
Wow.
And I felt like that was so weird. Myers was talking about it, and it reminded me, because everybody at the time was like, "Why is Bray in this set?" And he was in it like he had like a top hat on. Like it wasn't even like the Fiend version of him. It was like,
what a weird.
I don't know. Very weird. I'm gonna get a picture of it, and you're gonna like. It's crazy. Like, I don't know. It just gives me chills just thinking about it. Like, he was the only current talent.
You know, but sometimes they will do. I feel like when they do like Legends things, they did that with me. I could tell you. So just to give you, they put out like past body, like Luger, Batista, Road Warriors, and I think it was Batista, Lex Luger, Road Warriors, and I think me. I was the only active guy they had on the series, but it was like pretty much jacked guys with it. So sometimes they will do that so that current people will see the thing and go, "Oh, Ryback, I want Ryback," and then they go, "Oh, I want the whole set." They're going to buy the whole set, like with it, even if they might not know the other people from other generations. You know what I mean? Different time periods. So sometimes they will do that, though. Just so you know, who was out? Who else was in the set? We've lost Shawnee again. I can't hear you, Shawnee. What is going on with the speaker today, man? That's so weird on X. How Shawnee's the only one that they do this to over and over. Shawnee, go out of it and try to come back in. We'll see. I'm going to take a chat real quick. Somebody goes, the Raven V tuber says, I have a feeling I'm going to block this guy, but I want to address what he's talking about. Trying to say that Nia Jax is dangerous. Shouldn't be on TV with it. Brother, I feel like, man, you're such a mark. She's going to injure Rhea. Oh, poor Rhea. Poor V. Let's just go ahead and shell shock him out of here. TikTok, you guys want to come join the Ryback show at Ryback on X Spaces? Let's get Shawnee back here. You guys, thank you for the likes. Keep those likes coming. We're going to get that show distributed on TikTok, guys. Thank you very much for all the gifts.
Sorry, big guy. I don't know what happened. Again, it just went off.
It just shuts you off. It's so weird.
Yeah. What were you saying, big guy? I lost you when you said the legend.
Okay, so they put out a series with Batista, Lex Luger, the Road Warriors, and me in WWE, and that would be the same thing that this was. What they will do, I believe, is they put out former superstars that maybe like kids like wouldn't know who they are, or people that collect figures, depending the younger audience might not know who everyone particularly is, but then they put an active star in it that they definitely know who they are with it, because like my stuff always did good, Bray's stuff does good. So then people may be prone to buy the whole set.
I see. Got it.
So that just to give you, that could be why that was done.
And the other way around too, right? Like if you're an older fan and you buy, you'll get the Bray.
And you don't watch anymore, but you still want to get the Bray because you want the complete set.
Yeah, look, if you go where I post the pics, big guy, look, I just posted it for you in there. It's a real nice figure, actually.
Let me take a look.
But at the time, people were like, why is this figure in this line? Because, like, I know what you mean by, like, the regular figures, but, like, this line is, like, particularly all legends. There's not one new talent in there besides him.
But that's what they did. But they did that with me. All those guys were done and retired that I was with as well.
Oh, so there was nobody else.
Nobody else in the series. I was the only. They've done this before. That I really think that I'm pretty spot on that assessment.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that there's some sort of marketing reason for it, but they do that. They'll pay. Like I did really good on merch, so Bray did really good on merch. That would be my guess. Is that they'll put for both reasons, what you said and what I said, for new and old audiences, and I think it just helps the thing sell better overall.
Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
could be wrong on that, but I've seen it done. This isn't the first time that it's been done. Just so I know, because I remember. Yeah, it definitely happened with me.
Yeah. So, Psycho said, I remember the Tea Party segment with Alexa Bliss. That's where this is from. Okay, got it.
But I mean, yeah, it is. You never know I don't know why they chose that specific one for that or whatnot. But yeah, if that's who else was in the pack? You said with that.
Oh, so in that one, it was like a second wave. It was I believe Ric Flair.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna find it for you. I don't wanna lie. I'm gonna give you the exact set.
I don't need any moderators, guys. I like to shell shock people individually myself here on YouTube.
Yeah, we were talking about it. It's a good feeling when you get that.
Gives me great satisfaction to be able to personally rob them of being able to enjoy the big guy. I can't tell you guys, like I legitimately, I get tingles in my body, I feel it in my loins. That they just literally like it's like a little zap of endorphins, just feel good.
Okay, this was series 1, big guy.
Okay.
Hulk Hogan is NWO, Hollywood Hogan. Mattel, Bray Wyatt, series 1, the one I just sent you. The Honky Tonk Man, and Ric Flair. That was series 1. Series 2 was NWO Kevin Nash, NWO Scott Hall, The Ultimate Warrior, and Shawn Michaels.
Okay. Good deal.
Yeah. So what was your favorite merch, big guy? I asked you the other day. I don't know if you answered me.
No, you didn't. I didn't.
Your merch. Yeah.
That they made of me.
Yeah, like what would you say, like your favorite thing? Like when you saw it, you were like, "Wow!"
Like, I think that Brawling Buddy. They did the Brawling Buddies with me and Cena.
Yeah, that was. I sent.
That was a big. That was a big one. They also did. I got it in my game room that I don't see a lot of people. I have huge Ryback Hulk fists that make Ryback. I say my catchphrases.
The styrofoam.
No, I'll have to take a picture. Maybe if you Google, Ryback fist. They're Ryback fisting.
Hopefully nothing XXX comes up here.
Brother, those you wouldn't want those things for that. I can tell you that much. Those things, they're like big monster hands.
Hold on, let me look. I'm looking.
Even Phoenix would cringe at those.
I'm dying. Hold on.
They're like soft, like plush fist, like soft, like toy foam, not foam, but like they're made of like stuffing probably. I think
somebody posted them. Oh, a big thank you, brother. Yeah, somebody.
Let me see.
Wow, I never fighting fists. Ryback with sound.
Is it? I don't. Oh wait, hold on. Those don't. Those don't even look like. Those aren't the fist. I don't know. I mean, I think they look like. But I don't know where that blue tape is. That what they look like? I've got them in a box upstairs where I could see the outside of them, but I don't think.
Oh, I see what you're looking at. They have. Oh no, there's another one. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't think those are the exact ones, even though they're similar. They come in.
They might have made double because I see 2 sets of them. Hold on, I'm posting it right now.
I'll know right away when I see it if it's the.
Yeah, one of them has. I just posted it. One of them has tape on it, like how you the drawings for the
Testing, we're back,
figures.
guys. Sorry, sound went out on YouTube. Can you guys hear me now? Let's see if the sound is returned on YouTube. Can you guys hear?
John said, I don't know what happened. He lost sound on YouTube. Yeah, he messaged me.
But it's back. It's showing it's back now. That's what. Let me see. Can you guys hear on YouTube yet?
Never mind, it's back.
It is back. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, it went out. It said I'm hardwired in here, and it said the sound went out. Then I had to hit the unmute.
What are you, big guy?
Wait, what happened? I said it's hardwired.
I know what you said. I was just kidding. There's a lot of fisting and harding talk.
Speaking of that battle last night, Miss Luna messaged me back and gave me your number. So whenever I want to battle. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good pickup, man.
That's. I'm just gonna message her, not asking to battle. I'm just Luna. Do you like long walks on the beach in Miami? Like,
if you guys weren't there last night, you won't get it. Like, you have to go and check out her page, and then you'll completely understand what we're talking about.
By the way, have you followed her on Twitter? She's on Twitter, by the way. And
oh no, I'm gonna go follow her.
Hold on, let me post her link, and we'll share her link on here. Her name is It's Miss Luna Bay.
Okay, it's Miss.
She is awesome. She's 32, and she's got her act together.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
You guys are all going to thank me for going and following her on Twitter here. I'm going to just tell you that right now. Everyone's going to.
Luna Bay? Is
it
B-A-Y?
It's Miss Luna Bay.
Okay.
She's about as good looking of a woman that you're going to find on this. She is, at least my fitness and shape.
Oh, I see it. Let me.
It's Miss Luna Bay, B-A-Y. Baby. It's Miss Luna Baby.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna copy link to profile. Raleigh, suck my ass, Raleigh.
Hey, is that Raleigh guy? You said that name. That name's familiar. Is that a guy is that the guy who I think it is?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that jabroni. You tell that little. I got to be careful what I'm on TikTok here. I got a message from that guy years ago after the whole PB scandal with that, where Raleigh, he's
a great guy. He just busts balls.
Yeah, no, but he wasn't on that. He knows, Raleigh, if I ever see you, we're gonna have a conversation. You just remember that. And brother, I don't care if you think you're tough. You're gonna find out that you're not when we're done with that. You want to disrespect me, brother, on that? Your little group, you would want to deny the truth and listen to one side? Man, your little buddy was stealing from me. How do you like that? How does that make you feel, Raleigh? You want to sit there and write a Facebook post at me? You coward. You come to Vegas, Raleigh. You want to come? You come to Vegas, and we'll go have a face-to-face conversation. That guy is scum.
No, he's the best, man.
I wouldn't give him the shirt off my back if I saw him on the corner begging for coin. Meat chin music. I throw him down with the other people under the underground little things in Vegas. The mole people.
My friend's fighting. Come on.
No, you go look at your friend at his old Facebook post that he wrote years ago for no reason. I never did one thing to that guy, Raleigh. You know exactly what piece of scum you are, Raleigh.
I get it. I get it.
So that's what I think of Raleigh, just so you know. I don't care. Anybody, man, you guys are going to side with that on that situation without even get out of here. But to post it on Facebook, like without even knowing the situation.
No, I get it. Like I said, I don't want to get.
I just want Raleigh. I blocked him right away, but I just want you to know, Raleigh, I think you're a coward and I have no respect for you. And that if you ever want to try me, you want to find out if I'm good outside of the fake fighting world, like come test me, Raleigh, man to man. With that, we'll find out. I will break you mentally and physically, unlike any other person on this planet. You will be begging, sucking for wind, begging for the big guy's mercy.
I had no idea this was going to happen.
I will take those fists. I'll shove one down your throat and the other one up. You know where, Raleigh, with it. Throw you down with the other mole people down to the little hideaways in Vegas. Let you get your bearings back to yourself down there. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. That name, as soon as you said it yesterday, that name sounded familiar, and I go, I have a great memory, man. I go, that guy sent a really shit. He sent a shit message to me on Facebook, a shit message when I needed a 5-disc fusion and shoulder replacement, Raleigh. And I remember that. And it was all lies on your end, too. So I just want you to know, Raleigh, I have no respect for you. And you never made it in wrestling. You didn't do a goddamn thing, you loser.
Yeah, he's saying he never posted anything.
Oh, he did. No, he 1,000%. 1,000%. He might have been drunk. He posted it. You think I just made this up with the name Raleigh?
No,
Like
I can't believe that you remembered that name. Like that.
Yeah, I remember meeting him at Pat's wedding, and then he came. He was really nice in person. Then after the Pat stuff, he went and left a long rant on my Facebook page. Yeah, he must have forgot. He must have been high or drinking that night.
People weren't expecting a full out promo from the Ryback.
Yeah, no, I had to let him know, bro. Remembered it. I didn't get to say anything. I'm not going to write a message back to him on Facebook. I don't care about him that much.
Yeah,
but I'll let him know what I think about him now. Like, if he ever wants to talk, he's more than welcome to talk. But he knows what he said. Oh, I didn't say anything. You know what you said. Acting like an irrational mark. That's what you were doing. Oh, my buddy Pat. I'm gonna leave a 6-paragraph rant on Ryback's Facebook page that he doesn't even check. I don't even know how I came across it eventually. And I'm like, that was the guy at the wedding that was really nice to me.
Crazy.
The what?
No, he is. He's the best. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can see you two getting along.
We did. That's what I'm saying. And then he chose to go act like a tough guy on social media. So I'm telling him on here, though, if he ever wants to have words, or if he wants to just, have at it, he wants to throw on the Ryback fist and have a little boxing match, whatever. We can set that up.
How do we go from Luna Bay to Ra?
Yeah, I'm pissed off. Everything was great talking about. I want everyone to go follow. It's Miss Luna Bay. Smoking hot. She puts me in a good mood. Raleigh pissed me off for a minute.
I put the link, guys, in the comments.
I'm sharing her page. Get her some more. She does have one of those pages as well, guys.
I thought the views were because of, like, a lot of the views were because of her, big guy, but no, the views that you were getting were because of you.
Yeah.
Because she went off and did her own thing. She only had like 90 people watching.
Wait, oh really?
After we got off last night, I went.
Wait, hold on. Let's preface that a little different. That you said after we got off last night. Let's.
Oh,
we're trying to keep this clean here with Luna Bay.
First, I'm like, what the hell is he saying?
I was ahead of you on that one. You were
way ahead of me. It's too early for me, bro.
But I don't know what you were doing on that end. I know I was fine last night. I was still doing the live TikTok. That is completely against guidelines on any of that.
I legit I got off. And I went to her page and I'm watching or whatever, and I guess maybe because she's been on so long yesterday, but she only had like 90 to 100 people.
You want to know what that was though? Then it was probably my followers, and they probably went over to her page to follow her and were watching the live on her side. People were probably my own followers probably betrayed me and were gifting her. Brother, I would have done the same thing if I was watching a Ryback live and then she comes on. I'm switching sides instantly.
She's like fit, like
bro,
the perfect
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
10 out
100%.
10 out of 10. I've known her for a couple of years on there, and maybe even it was during the pandemic, early on in the pandemic, and then she's asked me to do that a long time ago, and she goes, "You should go live with me sometime," and I was like, I didn't even know care for any of that, didn't understand it. And then but I was like, man, I really should have taken her up on that years ago.
Yeah, that's like I so now you know the power of it, right? So it's like man,
other celebrities.
That's what I'm saying. That's the trick. It's not going on with me. It's going on with other celebrities and getting their fan bases. That's the trick.
They can't stop that either.
The silent thing I didn't like.
Yeah, I that was just her way of. That's how she plays, I think. Because you got to look. She has here's how that works. She's smart though, because when she plays the silent game, her people that are following her, and especially with me, they're gonna they know that's gonna help her win with it.
Got it.
But she gets and she sets that limit, so she guarantees she's probably gonna make a certain amount kind of during it.
I see what you're saying.
Where her people, especially too, if she goes up, she probably loved playing. She probably did very well, and with that, and but doing that, the people like on her side, like we saw it yesterday, like they like 5,000, they will hit it for her because
Yeah.
she has
Guys,
a very
one
loyal, like
guy
we said, that guy spent probably
spent
$500 on her yesterday.
Literally $500, guys. This one person
Yeah.
sent her.
He sent
Like it's insane. It's insane.
I don't
man.
know
Like,
if it converted. I don't know. I don't think it's equal. Like one coin though isn't $1. I don't think, is it?
No, but no, I looked it up how much the coins cost.
Oh,
So he sent her 15,000 coins. So I looked how much 15,000 coins were, and it was 2,500. It was $250 for 16,000 coins.
oh my God!
So he sent that to her twice.
Wow.
To make her win.
That's how, because he was the one that made her win on the one when I was going to win.
Every time
Bro, do you know how far that would go in everyday life of so many things? That guy said that and got nothing out of that, by the way. That guy's not talking to her on the DMs. That guy, he's probably a politician.
That's what I'm like.
Probably our tax money. Tax money is going towards Luna Bay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Imagine people spending there. Imagine imagine his wife comes home and it's like, hey, where's the $500?
Sorry, I had to support Luna Bay. She was battling with the big guy Ryback. Sorry, kids, no groceries this month. Ramen noodles it is. The marriage is at the final stages. The kids are eating ramen noodles. The wife is really unhappy, and he's out just blowing the rest of his money on Miss Luna Bay. He's like the wizard blowing the money on the wrestling deal with the guys with that back there, all those weirdos with it while he's blowing it, but he's blowing it on Luna. He had $1 million in his bank, and he's down to his final few thousand. He's trying to make it last till the end of the year, but he got overexcited when I joined.
Oh my God. He's like the wizard that we were talking about.
Yeah, brother. But she told me, she literally goes, though, she goes, anytime you want to battle, like I'm going to battle her every day, I think, because.
Yeah, hell yeah. Why not?
I'm just going to use it as an opportunity to get to know her. She's really big, though, too, into the law of attraction. She's really big into the secret, like manifestation, like all the same stuff I am. So. We'll have to see. Great.
So let's get the attraction.
I'm just gonna keep making her a bunch. I'm like the guy, but I'm doing it I'm giving her the rub for my following with it and getting her some more OF fans and all that and money in her bank account from TikTok battles, winning her over. And then I'm like, hey, we should like do a joint like feeding time in Vegas sometime. Like,
yeah. That is freaking hysterical. Yeah, listen, you never know, right? You know what I mean? You never know what can happen, and like just people meeting from a TikTok.
Yeah,
you just never know.
But the thing is, she is in Miami though, so it is a further stretch.
That's true.
But I laughed. Yeah. There were people in there. There was a guy yesterday that I happened to see the comment. He goes, God, it's so sad Ryback has come to this. A former WWE superstar now doing TikTok battles. And I'm just thinking, I go, brother, if I actually did this for the amount of time, I would be making more than most WWE superstars on the battles alone.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
They don't get it, but I'm like, yeah.
They don't understand like how much you could like really.
But it's fun and hanging out, talking to. Oh, what a horrible thing! Hanging out and talking to smoking hot chicks on TikTok.
Making money.
And making money. What a horrible life! Like God, what does this world come to? While I own my own business and I get more sales when I do those. By the way,
it affects your
every time I get sales come in when I'm on live because people are seeing me for the first time, and I have all my links on my page. Like. I get something like yesterday. I had a handful of sales during the live. Happened on the other one too. Every time when I go live.
How do you get like notified, big guy, when you make a sale? Does it like pop up on your phone? Like,
yeah, they get the notifications, and then I keep the sound off. But I used to keep it on because the little cash register goes cha-ching.
Yeah, cha-ching. Yeah.
But I keep that off now. Just I keep all my notifications off and everything on it. But it's. That brother, I couldn't because that's cha-ching, man. But it's like an indoor. You just hear that, you're like happiness.
You hear it, you get excited.
Yeah.
I can imagine that. You know,
bro.
Isn't it funny how our minds are trained to like hear these sounds and like know like.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like a dog when they hear like, "Hey, you want to go OUT?" and then they go nuts. You know,
Yep.
like you can't even say that word around my dogs, or else they'll go nuts. They know the deal. You know, they start getting happy and they jump around. You know,
My dogs are like that with certain words, like with snacks, with treats, with going for the deal.
Yep.
They
Do
get
they
all.
know? How did they tell you? You're like your pups, big guy. Like, how do they tell you when they have to go out? Do they bark or do they come by you? Like, how do they tell you?
No, I just know they usually they're pretty good. I just usually let them out every 2.5, 3 hours.
Got it.
They kind of, unless like they drink and eat, I take them out sooner. Um, with that, I've kind of just got a kind of set thing, like first thing in the morning before, because I have the doggy door, but ever since I saw there was coyotes in the area, and my neighbor saw one in the neighborhood earlier this year.
Oh my
With
God.
the little dogs, I don't chance it. I stopped. I told my mom when she has them, I go just always out with them because they all it takes is one. I said they're not they're gonna they're not they can't fight and defend themselves. Little guy could even he's not he's a little terror. He's not going to compete with a coyote. But and
Yeah,
Sophie
that's what
doesn't.
I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
like a coyote. Like, man, I remember hearing. Like, I think it was like Paris Hilton or Jessica Simpson. One of their dogs got killed by a coyote.
Miz had a dog with Maurice. I remember in WWE, he was at TV and he said his dog went missing, and like he didn't seem like overly emotional. And I think since he had anothe dog and he had to put it down, because I saw him, he said it was the saddest thing he had to do. But I remember like thinking he was like, I go, what do you mean you lost your dog? And he was saying where he lived in LA. This is before they moved to Texas, and he said he thinks coyotes took it. And I was literally devastated by ringside. I was like, and I'm just thinking like I don't know if I would have came to work that week. Like even though I get it, I understand, but I'm like, man, I couldn't. That would have killed me. I don't know if he was overly close with the dog because he was always gone. Maurice, I think, was there more at the time.
That is like awful, man.
But you can't but the little dogs, they'll just take it away. Like if it's
scary,
yeah.
honestly, because like the dogs don't even know what's coming, and all
No.
of a sudden they get picked up. Like that would like, oh my God, I swear to God, I would hunt that thing down with my own bare hands.
Yeah.
Like I would kill. Like I swear, I would literally go nuts. Like I would go nuts if that happened to me.
It's a horrible thing. I don't like but it happens. And it's because the coyotes have been.
Do you think cats would like? I feel like coyotes wouldn't go after cats because cats don't mess around with that. Like I feel like my cat would go nuts on a coyote.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it depends too. If it's one coyote, is one thing. If it's a pack of them, you're done.
If it's a pack, then you're done. Yes,
that's the other thing. But it depends how hungry the coyote is as well. It depends. There's so many factors in it, like with it, because those things can scale walls. They just climb right over any wall. Like there's no
what
it's insane. The one my neighbor told me, he said there was a coyote sitting right in front of my house earlier, like months this year, months ago. And that's when I just go, no more.
Oh my God, man.
I said, I ain't chancing because they're building all towards the mountains everywhere. And so
so they're starting to get out of their habitat.
Yeah, but they and I'm already up that way, and I had never seen anything here. My mom though saw a bobcat many years ago in the neighborhood. She said, and I didn't believe her. I thought my mom was crazy. I go, there's no bobcats. And like, sure enough, there's bobcat sightings in Vegas. Like they get their way into neighborhoods at times, and
oh my God,
can you just imagine those like bobcats are even scarier than coyote? Those things
are like they're like sleuth. You know what
I
mean? Like they're like so skinny and fast, and like they could climb anything, even trees. They climb. Like. They're freaky, man.
If those things make their way in and they get a hold of a little Frenchie or Boston or a small little dog, it's not even. I mean, it's not. It's over and done with. It's
because it's not like it's like a pit bull or like a Rottweiler.
Yeah,
or,
like my dad has a big pit bull, Daisy. She's a beast. Like with that, I don't worry one bit about her, and she's the sweetest dog. But she is. I go if I feel bad for the coyote if they ever like she. I'm just like that. She will tear them to shreds. She doesn't play. She is meaty as they come. Like
they know better not to mess with those big dogs because those dogs will literally kill you. Like literally.
That's where she's the only dog we've ever had, and she's the sweetest, nicest dog. But I know she has it in her. Like she makes me nervous sometimes when I'm petting her. Like
Yeah.
because I know if she were to just bite me, I know that I'm gonna like I knew it would be bad. Like she's and you could feel how strong she is, even though she's like when she gets excited, but she's just so strong. I'm like, man.
Yes, they can't contain it because they don't know how
Yeah.
strong they are.
And like
You know?
she's just genetically like thick. Like
Well, you ever see those like the pit bull? Is she like one of those pit bulls that are like really wide and diesel, like those ones?
Yeah, but her
You ever
body,
see
she
those?
has more. She's not like as much. She has all the muscle, but she has a little bit more body fat. So
Okay.
she's like she looks like a power lifter. Like she
Got
doesn't
it. Got
with
it.
it, but like she doesn't look like she's very beautiful, like that blue coat, like the bluish gray and white.
Yes, the gray nose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a beautiful dog with that, and very loving. But like she definitely looks like she could have came from the Michael Vick Foundation.
Yeah. So that.
I like when you don't get something right away and it processes a few seconds later.
So when I lived in like the projects for a while, they have a lot of pit bulls. What they do is they breed them and they sell them. That's what they do, and they get them. I'm telling you, man. Like I literally like I had to control myself because like I was about to kill somebody. Like they have them run on treadmills. They give them like weighted vests, and they basically make them like these little killers.
Yeah.
And like and it's like so disgusting. And like you see it all around, like in the bad neighborhoods, because like they just I don't know why they do this to these dogs, man. But I've seen like a pit bull where I'm literally terrified of them, but then I've met the nicest, sweetest pit bulls in the world, you know?
Yeah.
So it's all about how they're raised.
I agree.
Truly believe that.
I
you
agree.
Know?
I'm gonna you want me to take a call or you want to stay on or do you got stuff to do? I don't want to.
No. Go ahead. I'm good, big guy. Go ahead.
I do want to. We got a super chat from Tyler Sugar as well. Sweet Sugar, good to see you, buddy. Yo, which team wins? Undertaker, Kane, and Ryback versus Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, and Batista. LOL. Hope you and pups are doing well. Have a great day. Undertaker, Kane, and Ryback versus Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, and Batista. Oh Jesus, this is a hell of a matchup here. I think that they're going to take. I think the other team is going to take it on Kane. I don't know. Possibly me. I might be the smallest person. No Angles, and depending on what Batista, if it's the Batista second run or Batista prime run, also it depends if there's drug testing for this match because I'm the only one that probably didn't partake outside of TRT within the normal range. So we're dealing with some heavy monsters. Jesus.
Who was it that you asked, big guy, about the steroids? Was it Miro or somebody like that?
Wait, what do you mean?
You asked him. You got like criticized for it because you asked him
oh,
about
that was years ago. It was because we were friends, and I made a sarcastic comment on one of his pages. I don't know if it was like I don't know what I said, but it was something joking. Like but it got reported that I was like I said something like being serious, and it was.
Of course, but that's I didn't even know you at the when I started looking you up, that was one of the things that came up. Like people were like, "Oh, how dare he? Like, look at him!" And I'm like, "Come on, man! Like, this is crazy."
But they do things like that with me and Dolph. We and Dolph will legitimately just joke with each other on Twitter, and like we're known like great friends, and they still. Like and they still report it like as if like we laugh about this stuff like how ignorant these people are. Like they're just looking to get clicks and like, but it's not even. It's the people that believe it. You're like, guys, we have pictures of us going out all the time and like. I just don't. It's crazy.
I just found out that Dolph has a brother named Nick Nemeth. I didn't know that.
No, Ryan Nemeth. He's in AEW.
Ryan. I'm sorry. Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah, you don't know who the Hollywood Hunk is?
No, I had no idea who he was.
Bro, you gotta go look up the Hollywood Hunk. That's what his name is. The Hollywood Hunk.
Yeah, he looks just like Dolph. I was like, holy crap.
Bro, can you imagine the Hollywood Hunk with Hollywood Haley? That would be
be good. That would be good.
Oh, his little young, out of control girlfriend, just little hood rat girlfriend. Hollywood, get over here. I don't want it.
Big guy, let's do it.
Yeah, let's take a go. Oh, the alien got off. Tom got off earlier. Damn.
I don't want people yelling at me that I'm taking too much time.
We already did. They're already upset. We've got wrestlers and entertainers here. This looks like we'll have to see what this is. I don't know if this is a podcast or what. Hello.
Hi, it's Ryback. Hi.
What are you playing the violin?
Wrestling. I work for the wrestling news site. I was
Shocking.
wondering if I could get a scoop from you.
Yeah, sure.
Are you planning on going to AEW anytime soon?
I don't know if that's so much of a scoop, but we talk about this every day on the show. So,
What was it like? What was it like working with the Nexus?
yeah, it was fantastic. Great time.
I just need a headline for my wrestling journal site.
What's your site, man?
Wrestlers and entertainers.net. We break all the biggest scoops.
You sound exactly like the name, my man. Did you see the latest news on Ringside News owner Steve Carrier threatening a young woman?
We try to bring integrity to our journalism.
Brother, your voice is the sound of integrity.
That's why I wanted to get the scoop directly from the source.
You're one of the rare reporters, my man, that calls in and actually asks, unlike people like Smeltzer and Alcatraz who just report lies. You actually are calling directly to hear it from the horse's mouth. I got to give you your props on that.
If you go to AEW, will Johnny Caulfield be joining you as well as in a manager role?
It all depends if we get Tony Khan to go for the big sausage or not.
With that being said, I always thought you had great work rate in the ring.
You're not the only one.
Why Shawnee is something funny?
He sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, he sounds exactly like
Oh no, dear, it's just a bit of cream.
Any other questions?
That's it. Thank you for taking my question. I'll be making a headline shortly.
Thank you very much. You have a good one.
Thank you.
Oh
my God.
That's exactly how they sound. Job well done, whoever did that.
I think I know who did it, but that is hysterical.
Who do you think that is?
I think it's Jay George, who usually comes in here.
Okay.
I can spot that voice from a mile away.
The breaking in the voice was done perfectly.
Oh, that was great. JG is the man.
Somebody
so
said
funny.
Heyman Doubtfire.
Heyman Doubtfire.
Kylie.
Oh, thanks. That was that. These are the calls that make the day, man.
That was
These
good.
Are the calls that make the day.
That's going to be hard to top, that one.
Let's see if we can top it, big guy. I don't think so.
Justin, my buddy Justin here. I haven't had him on. Let's get Justin Hall here. What's going on, man? Hello.
What's up?
How you doing?
What's up, Ryback? It's been a while.
It has. How's life?
Same old thing. I'm listening all the time, and thanks to you, Shawnee, I mean, found him. Shawnee, you're something else, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. We're lowly Mets fans together, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but
man, we got cursed.
Yeah, man. I mean, you can't spend big money on big players and think it's gonna get you a champion. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't. If you look at the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, I mean, they're literally they're not the Devil Rays anymore. That's how old I am. But
oh God, I forgot about that. Wow.
Wait, what are they now?
They're just
Tampa Bay, just Rays.
Just the Rays.
Oh, Rays. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember when they were the Devil Rays, though. I didn't know that either.
I missed those Devil Ray uniforms. Those were some really cool uniforms.
Yeah.
That's going back, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Aren't the Mets, Shawnee, are the Mets still paying Bobby Bonilla?
Yes.
That's the curse right there. That guy is living the dream.
Do you know that the Mets are not the only ones that have a contract like this? So, like other teams, because what they do is they opt to get a long-term payment. Some players, so like they're actually really smart.
Bonilla's been Netflix and chilling for the last 30 years.
100%, and he knows he's going to get that money every year
Yeah.
at the same time. Yeah. So other players have that deal, but for some reason, Bobby Bonilla gets spoke about the most because the Mets are such a joke that people just laugh at it. You know,
it's Bobby Bonilla Day. Like every time on Twitter, it trends because they have the day that he gets his payment every year. It trends.
And the bad thing was he was such a crappy Met too. Like he wasn't even a good Met.
He was at the end of it. He was done by the time he got there, right? Kind of.
Yeah, he was absolutely done.
Why did they pay that money for him then? If they had to have known because that he
nobody knew he was done. It was the same thing with Roberto Alomar when we
got
him, you know, like
that's baseball's a sneaky sport because they can go from a great year then they just fall off the next
exactly. Justin, what's up with you, man?
But sometimes when some of these athletes get those big paydays they're waiting for, like they go hard, and then like Brandon Jacobs, you know that on the Giants, and then it's like all of a sudden it's like, why is this guy playing like trash? Well, he got that bag, so now
you're 1,000% right, Justin. That's exactly what. A lot of the times that happens, and it's sad because you see a player that like was really excellent, and then the next year you're like, where did this guy go? Like, what happened to him?
Speaking of that, did you see that you sent me that picture from Nick, the Browns running back Chubbs?
Oh my God, we forgot to talk about that. Big
knee's done.
My God!
That knee, he said, I didn't know they said in college, though, he had that same injury in college or similar, right? And then it's that same knee that just got destroyed again. Like that is, bro, I didn't even look up the video on it. I just saw the picture and I go, that's enough.
I thought about not sending you the picture because it was so graphic, but I'm like, we got to talk about this. So
I was okay seeing it, but I was like, I'm not looking at the video if there's a video of it.
Guys, if you are not into seeing like broken leg, don't watch it. But Nick Chubb injury, it was so bad, and like people are saying like the guy went at the knee purposely. I don't know about that, but like that's what some people are saying.
Yeah,
because they always will say something to get a narrative. But like. Man, that knee, it was just not supposed to go that way. You know what I mean? Like, your leg is not supposed to look like that.
He had 4 1,000-yard seasons, too. He's a guy who was getting better and better. Like, he's considered one of the best running backs.
Yeah.
In the end of, like, that depending on the severity of this, but, I mean, it looks as severe gets. Like, that's the kind of injury, though, with a guy like that where you just may never be the same again.
It may be career-ending.
Yeah.
Is it worse, Tony, than is it worse than the situation with what's his name?
Hayward?
Hayward and Paul George. Those two were that was big.
Yeah, oh my God, those were so bad, man.
Paul George is really brutal. Ryback, did you see those?
No, I've not. When were those?
Well, one was during the Olympics, I think. Paul George, he was on a fast break. He was going up, I think, for a layup. He got fouled, and his foot, like half his foot, kind of was still on the floor. The other half was on the stanchion, that like the padding behind the basket, and his ankle just literally just snapped.
Oh my God, it's so disgusting.
Was it worse than the Connor break for that one was horrible. Watching the McGregor break with the fight.
Oh man, that's why I don't watch UFC because I get so when I watch those fights, guys, I literally like when I see a leg kick like to somebody's leg, I get so scared that I'm gonna see it just go the other way.
Bro, I've seen it happen a couple times, and like it's
so disgusting.
I don't like to see that either because I had my ankle do that with the deal when wrestling my ankle injury. Whether it's I'm pretty immune to stuff, but I don't like seeing it if I don't have to because I know.
Yeah, I mean that's like the Sid Vicious. Back in the day.
Oh, Sid Vicious.
That's another one of like that's a horrific one. That's up there on the most horrific ones.
I think that
Yeah.
Hayward, it was pretty bad because he had just signed a huge deal, right, with the Celtics, and then
Yes.
his first game, he goes up for a layup or something, and literally just destroys his leg. Like, it was so disgusting. Oh my God.
It's horrible to see that kind of stuff, and then there's also some of those injuries. It's tough to come back from them. They're lingering forever, and like Derrick Rose, he was a bull. He was one of the best, but some of these guys are just not built. Some of these guys are just unfortunately injury prone. Regardless, it's just bad genetics, maybe, or
I wonder if players, if they have stats, if players are getting injured more now compared to like 20 years ago or 30 years ago.
It has to be. It has to be. Like if I were just going off of watching it has to be.
But I feel like we wouldn't know as much. We know more because of social media, so we hear about everything now, as opposed to like
that's true.
Before, though, you would only hear big names, as opposed to other ones wouldn't be as big of a deal, depending on I don't know.
Players wouldn't tell you if they were hurt back then as well. You got to remember that.
Yeah. Well, the concussion stuff wasn't a thing, so people weren't missing that. But like, there were always injuries. The NFL's always been high injury still with it, but compared.
But again, like players like Derrick Rose, I've seen players like Westbrook. He played just as explosive as Derrick Rose did, and he didn't really have it. So I just think sometimes injuries. Yeah. No, look at Eli Manning. Like, when was he ever? This guy had one time got hit so bad his head was looked like a horror film.
Yeah.
and he came back in the game.
Yep. I don't care who you are and what kind of fan you are. If you don't respect Eli Manning, I don't respect you, because
did Eli beat Brady twice?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
For 2 Super Bowls?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because Tom, that undefeated season one, I remember that game very well. That still, they say that bothers Tom more than anything.
The helmet catch. Yep.
Yeah.
Tyree, David Tyree,
David Tyree. Yep, exactly. Good memory, Justin. Yep. And think about that. Without Eli Manning, he has 8 rings or something like that. No,
9.
Right?
Without Eli, 9, he would have 9 Super Bowl rings.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's insane. 9 rings. Like, what?
I wish I know, even though, like, I'm glad Eli, I liked him too. I liked him and Peyton Manning, and Eli Manning, but the Brady, man, I kind of wish he also had that undefeated in with the Super Bowl on his resume, just because he's done so much. But it's like, man, he's done so much also, so it's like, let some other people have some stuff, I guess.
I mean, the thing is, when it comes to sports, I'm sure you could agree, Shawnee, also, and Ryback as well. Like, you might not like, rivalry or what have you, but you gotta respect the people. You know, like
Eli was a great quarterback, right? I mean, Eli,
of course,
I thought he had a great career.
I'm an Eagles fan, but I mean, how could I hate on the man like after what he did? You can't, It's
Kylie has a good comment in the chat too. She makes a good point. She goes, "Men were tougher back then and weren't making the money they make now, so they were hungrier back in the day and just dealt with injuries."
Yeah, they had to.
I think that is true to a certain extent on a lot of it. And what I will say too, what was going on though, and this is actually a good thing, it doesn't go on as much. And I can tell you this because from the cortisone WWE was pumping full of me and Toradol. NFL used to be much worse at that, of making guys, and that there was a lot of guys that they were giving cortisone to throughout the season and to hide injuries, but that ended up eating away like their knees, like kind of what happened with my shoulder, WWE, ate away all the cartilage, where they're completely done for after or at a certain point. I don't think that goes on. I think they're still paying things. I think they're using other things though outside of that. But that was like cortisone was a big thing back in the day too. I remember Emmitt Smith, it was like had broken ribs, and like they were like, "How's he playing?" But he was no doubt getting lidocaine in cortisone to get through it. But you have to have a toughness.
What does it feel when you get that shot, big guy? Like,
I've had the cracked ribs. They give the lidocaine, takes the pain away for like a short period of time. So like you'd have to get continuous shots over for a course of an NFL game. You'd probably have to get a shot go at beginning of the game and then halftime to get through the game with it. Wow. I had 2 cracked ribs and didn't miss a day, and they were injecting me literally between my ribs with this huge needle to numb the so I could just go out and wrestle with cracked ribs. for a period of like 2 or 3 weeks until they got to a point where I was okay. That's like little shit people don't even know about. Like that's like because you
But
don't.
you can re-injure yourself even more because you think it's okay, right?
Yeah.
Like because you don't.
You could bump.
You
You could puncture a lung.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you think it's okay, so you go out there, but you're just doing more damage to yourself, really.
Yeah.
You know.
So that's where I'm saying we've improved in that sense as far as sports, where I feel like they take more precautions to prevent things. So I don't know if I think guys were tougher because they had the opportunity to be tougher. I still think people are tough today. I just think that there's things in place to where we try to prevent certain things a little more because we know that it's not good to do. But like wrestling, though, I mean, you just go. That's why it's one of the craziest things.
Yeah.
But
no off time, like you said.
No off
time.
Like
I think like that. Like after you said that to me, big guy, I literally have been thinking about that a lot. Like how wrestlers have no off season. Like
they're miserable.
Messed up.
I just try telling people they're miserable with it, like with everything. Like, and I know because the grind never ends. You're constantly stressed with it. But it's like I'm so much happier in life now. Like I would love just to go wrestle here and there. Like I never want to go live that life again full time. It's not worth it. On it, it just robs you of it. You're not there. What are you making the money for? You're not there. You know By the time you're done, your body's wasted, and then you can't even enjoy the time that you're off. Like I'm telling you, like I just know. I was like, and I love it more than anything. But I was like, we're not meant to be doing this, but that's just how Vince built it to make as much money. And then the other wrestling companies duplicate it to a degree, the model, and like it was like it's just a horrible system, the whole setup. Yeah, and I love it more than anything. But it's like, what are you working your whole life for? To like, what's it for? That money, if you can't do anything with it, you never get to enjoy it. You can never breathe and relax. Like it's, but it is the greatest thing ever too.
You don't even get to like live your life like while you're, because it's like you don't really like. At least baseball players and football players can enjoy their money and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like, you can't enjoy your money when you're traveling 4 days a week. Like, come on, like it's like crazy, Like to me, it's just.
You're literally home a day and a half, 2 days. It's crazy. I think now like AEW much better schedule with that, but still. Even the way they record though, then those guys have to be gone for long periods sometimes because like sometimes they do it like if you're a talent and you got to fly out on Tuesday to Dynamite on Wednesday, and then like if you got to turn around like and do Collision on Saturday, some people not everyone, I know they've got most people split, but like I've seen it where they've had to do that and then go right into a pay-per-view, and then they got to like. So I think I've seen it. There was a week like this. I go, oh, there's no doubt the travel sucked that week. Where like they'd have to fly out on a Tuesday for Dynamite. And then I was like, what do you go like back home Thursday morning and then turn around and fly out Friday? Or do you just stay, or do they fly you to the next location and like you at least enjoy the off day of like where you don't have to like pack and unpack and like all that stuff with all of that? So like you'd be on the road essentially possibly Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, do Collision on Saturday, the pay-per-view on Sunday. And then I go, then would you then fly back Monday home to fly back out Tuesday to go to the next Dynamite, or just stay on the road and just get flown into where Dynamite is? And you could be on the road for like 8 or 9 days.
So Mark Sterling, who's on the Major Pod, he was talking about this.
Yeah.
Because he was last week he was on both shows, but normally he's been on Collision only. So the Saturday schedule is perfect. Like you get the whole week, then you got to fly out or whatever, or drive out
on Friday. Yeah.
And then you work Saturday, whatever, and then you're home with your family. So he said he's been loving the Collision schedule, but then this week he had to do both. And that, like you said, big guy, it really takes away your whole week then, Because what
did he do then? Did he fly out Tuesday? Did he fly out Tuesday?
So he flew out. He flew out on Tuesday.
Yep.
And then what happened was he flew out, and then he came home. He was home for a day on Thursday, I believe.
Tuesday flew out, Wednesday to Dynamite, Thursday flew back home in the morning,
and then drove out Friday morning for 6 hours for the Saturday show, and then he was home. He said he was so tired because he was the last match on the Collision.
Yeah.
He left Saturday night at like 12:30. He was 6 hours away from his house. He drove 3 hours, stopped at a hotel, took a 5-hour nap, and then drove the other 3 hours home on Sunday. Think about that. That's like no time. If you're working both shows, that's no time with your family.
None. That's what I was saying. Like that. So when I saw that, I go, "Oh, you definitely don't want to be on both shows consistently on that."
Yeah, Impact has the best schedule from what I hear Myers talk about.
Yeah.
And even Cardona when he was there, like you film a couple days for the month and then you're done. You know, it's like it's a hard couple days, but then you're done for the month.
They're usually pretty good too when they do those tapings like that, as far as like getting the layout. Like once you fall into a groove of doing those, like like if you're doing like sometimes a guy will do a match and then a promo on the other show. Or like where, or at least if you're going to work, you like have that ahead of time, or they space it out where at least you can, you have your match, you can take your break, get your wits about you, get regrouped, and then you go back out for your other match. Like where at least you can fall into a groove, that it's just going to be like, okay, this, and I'm off for the month.
Yeah.
Or whatever booking.
Like,
so
why, if you're on the Indies, why wouldn't you sign with Impact? Just sign with Impact if they want you, get paid that salary or whatever, and then just do Indies on the other times. It makes no sense not to work for Impact.
No, they do. I think the only down from a financial standpoint, if you can financially, if it works, it could be very good. I do think though, if you look at it from a fame standpoint and the opportunities, I think that them lacking the big TV, I think though it really their reach is nowhere near the other people.
For sure.
It's like even AEW,
I mean, like,
their reach is
Get
not
on AEW. Like if you can't get on AEW or WWE and
Yeah.
you're on the Indies, it would it literally doesn't make sense not to at least work for them if they want you.
Yeah, no,
you
definitely.
know?
I definitely think they're a viable option, and like they're great for people too. Like Heath has had a great run there, making money, supporting his family.
Yep.
Everyone, he already has a name too, so his name isn't going anywhere. I think he's actually improved his stock going there.
Yeah,
I think he's being booked better there.
Trinity Fatu, what's her name? Naomi, I think her name
Mhm.
was. She is a stud, man.
Yeah.
She is a stud. She signed there, which when she signed there, I was like, this is big for Impact because like that was a big signing for them.
From the female standpoint, absolutely on that.
Yeah,
to
from
get
the female.
yeah, to
Yes,
get her because I agree. So we'll have to see. The big thing is like the merchandising and like we said, and getting those toys and like the TV deals are big. If they were on a regular channel, it would be such a huge difference. At least
What stops them from being on a big channel? Is it money?
it has to be money. It had not getting a cable, a network deal. I don't know what
Got it.
But a lot of the times, like I don't know what. There's a lot of wrestling on TV already too. I just think, but I would be curious to see what they would pull in if they were on a like
on a real channel.
On a real channel that was in as many homes as USA or TNT or TBS.
Yep.
It's I think that because I don't know what they would come in at with all of that, with all the current stuff. But like, man, if they could do a Thursday night or something on TV.
They have a lot of loyal fans.
I think too, though, you would have more people that would want to go there too.
That's true.
Because like Access TV, like I don't even have that on my cable plan. Like I'm not gonna add it on either. Like I'm just it's not.
That's the problem, right?
It is. That's why I'm telling you it's the problem. Like if I love wrestling and I won't do it, how many people out? It's just they're missing out on people.
You're right.
So, but it has to be a financial play. Why wouldn't it? There would be no other reason.
Yeah, they're missing out on that mainstream audience. Yep.
And two, the other problem with that too is if you're filming shows in advance and then the spoilers are out, so it's not a live show.
Oh, that's true too.
So that would hurt ratings as well. So it's kind of like a double. It's like it's almost it's like this vicious cycle of like things like the shows aren't live, they're being taped, so spoilers are coming out anyways, and they're not even on major TV. They're on TV, but not on a channel that everyone has. So then that hurts the ratings too. On top of that, not being on a major network.
You're right.
It plays a huge thing.
Of that. Yeah.
But running live TV every week, that's what like OVW was talking about. Like they were doing the live TV every week and losing all that money.
Yeah, all the money. Yes,
And that's
you're
just
right.
a smaller promotion. Imagine how much impact would be losing if they were doing live TV every week.
Oh, forget about
Brother,
it. You're right.
that it'd be probably 6 figures.
Yeah. Justin's still here. I totally forgot. Justin,
No,
what's up, brother?
Justin left out of the chat. He's
he
yeah.
left. Okay.
Thank you, Justin, for coming in, buddy. I forgot
Thanks, Justin.
He's been a long time listener, man. Really good guy. I'm glad he came on.
Yeah, he's a great caller. I love when we get those good callers, man. It's nice.
We've got a lot of them. It's just we got to get this damn show pushed out there.
Yep.
With that, but I think we're gonna probably wrap up for the day. I've got to do a big
Awesome,
workout in
big
a little
guy.
bit. And
thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate you always. Man.
always, yeah, no, likewise. And I'll shoot you a message if I go on later. I probably will later on if you.
Yeah, let me know. Like I said, big guy, I think you should go on. Like, of course, I love to go on.
No, I know. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna try to do the battles more though on it.
Do the battles, man. I'm telling you, that would be huge for you. You know, like getting other people's fan bases and getting your name. Like you said, like some people don't even know that you're doing this stuff. So
yeah,
the more reach, the better. And I just want to see you succeed.
Thank you. No, I agree. I think because my follower count jumped up pretty substantially last night by going to her doing the battle with her. Because
That's
TikTok
awesome.
can't hide. They can't hide that. People, it's instant.
If you see boobies, go to there.
Yeah, you guys might tune into that TikTok live, and you're gonna be thanking the big guy. Give Miss Luna Bay a follow on here. It's Miss Luna Bay. She's a really good battler.
Yeah, for sure. But thanks, big guy. Have a great day, bro.
You too, brother. Take care. Thank you.
Later.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up here. Taking it home. Here, check out Feed Me More Nutrition over on feedmemore.com, guys. On that, save 15% signing up for my massive savings program on my email and text message program on the menu bar. With that, you get a free shaker bottle and Finish It BCAA electrolyte matrix right now with your orders are all Ryback merch or the best supplements on the planet. iTunes reviews are greatly appreciated. And check out my Ryback Pepper Slam Chug Challenge, leagueoffire.com if you want to test your mental toughness. Guys, if you think you can handle the heat, leagueoffire.com with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, my friends, stay hungry. Feed me more.
Hey, Rybackers, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe, and shell shock those notifications for the best supplements on the planet with Feed Me More Nutrition and all the latest cool new Ryback merch. Visit feedmemore.com.